Hello, everyone. Yes, you're welcome to today's live session. So let's quickly get into what we have for tonight. You can see the image I have on the screen there and what it has to say. So during the campaign, not really the campaign, because we know the APC didn't bring out time to campaign, as in they were just doing more of a ceremonial form of campaign, just to go and like buy crowd, come to showcase that we have supporters. Even during those ceremonial campaigns, like in places like Kano, they did not even give people as in detail of what they'll be doing when they come into power. And that is why we are experiencing what we are experiencing today. But I just want to say that there was a time when the northern elders invited some of these candidates, I think that was in Kaduna, to come tell them what they have for the north. So President Tinubu, then as a candidate, was there, and he openly said that this climate policy of a thing is not favorable for Nigeria. That if the West are talking about, climate change, they should be the one to bring money and whatever. He was just outrightly against it. But now there is a summit, that is going on in Dubai. I don't know if they've concluded it. This is him taking 1,400 people alongside with himself to this meeting. Nigerians, there've been a lot of outreach. People are asking, what are they going to do in Dubai with this number of persons? We just have a very wasteful government. That's what we have in Nigeria. A government which does not care. Look at the state of things in Nigeria. This government is taking 1,400 persons alongside with the president, his son included, and other people, which so many people have been asking, what are these people going to do in Dubai? Are they equally part and parcel of the government? So you see that each time they have this opportunity of traveling, they want to do things anyhow. Last time we look at that of the UN, how much they spent just for the hotel bills. They didn't even include all that extra expenses, that will come up. They only told us about how much they paid for the hotel where they lodged during the United Nations meeting in the United States. So each time this government has an opportunity to attend a gathering, especially outside the country, they just use this money that Nigerians are crying. They keep telling us to tighten our belts, to bear with them, that the suffering will not end soon. Shetima came out to say that we still have 15 months to go. That is his own prediction. It's not as if it's accurate. But he said we are still left with 15 months to go before we start seeing, the situation being alleviated. So they don't even have plans for Nigerians to end the hunger on ground. But look at the number of persons they are taking alongside with them just to attend this summit. And this is a summit, like you can see that this headline is saying, after saying climate policy bad for Nigeria, after he condemned it, he said it does not make sense, Nigeria involving itself in this climate change of a thing. Now he sees it as an opportunity to go to Dubai with, I don't even know how many jets or how many private jets they would have used to board this number of persons. Nigerians, 1,400 delegates. This thing appears not to be real, because if this is real, then we should just know that we have a very wasteful government. Honestly, we must condemn the way this government is managing the affairs of this country. This is not looking good at all. So this is the kind of people we have in government. When we say we need people who have empathy for Nigeria as a country, it is not just talking for talking's sake. Nigeria shines at COP28, poorest nation with largest delegates. That is it. That's parallel facts saying it. The poorest nation. It might be the poorest among all the countries that attended this conference. But look at it. Largest delegation. This administration packed people that don't even have anything to do with climate, not to talk of the change attached to it. They took all of them alongside with the president, to UAE. For what, Nigerians? Despite being one of the poorest countries in the world, Nigeria had a significant number of delegates at the 28th session of the Conference of the Parties. Nigeria, this is what we are seeing. See, I've always said it that this APC, not just because of the person of Tinubu, you see, this APC government, they don't mean well for Nigeria. They don't. So nobody advises this president. Nobody tells him, assuming he makes this kind of mistakes all the time. Nobody comes around to say, but what are we all going to do? I mean, 1,400 persons, taking them to Dubai. Nigerians, this is not a small money that will be spent in this conference. It's not a chicken change, and people can't afford to eat. People can't afford to take care of their families, and we have a very wasteful government. That is it for you. And you know the worst of it, the president was even caught sleeping during the conference. Nigerians, the president was caught sleeping. You can see Tinubu caught sleeping at COP 28 in Dubai. God, help this nation. He went there with all these expenses that they are going to incur. Do you know what it means taking 1,400 persons alongside with you to anywhere, even if it's to be within Nigeria, that you take that number of persons? When Peter Obi was going out for his campaign, how many people were in his team? But they were able to go around Nigeria. So you can imagine moving out within Nigeria, just within Nigeria, going around with 1,400 persons. Do you know how much you are going to be spending? Not to talk of going to the UAE. This is a very expensive environment. Their hotels are no chicken change. We all know that. And he's taking this number of persons. And to worsen the whole situation, he was caught sleeping at such a let me say, an important event. He was seen sleeping. Nigerians, anyway, we won't say you guys voted for him. We will say the judiciary gave him to us. INEC gave him to us because he wasn't the people's choice. But you can see the way these people are just embarrassing Nigeria. How will people feel looking at him sleeping at this occasion? After taking this number of persons, his son is included. His son, Sheyi, is among those that went with him. Of what importance is his presence there? Of what importance? Why are we living this kind of false life? Why are we not trying to tell ourselves that Nigeria is not a rich country? Why do we pretend? Why do our leaders try to carry Nigeria as if we are competing with the developing countries or the Western world? Why is it that this our country, we don't try to cut our coats according to our clothes? See, he has taken this number of persons, and when there he's sleeping. Oh my God, may God really save Nigeria. This is not really a good news for us as a country. And that's why we keep saying these people, they don't have any plan for Nigeria. Because had it been they have plans, you know, all this while, this is spokesperson, the half-caste guy. Tomorrow night, you come and tell us that they are doing wonders, that they are doing this, they are doing that. All the things he comes out to say, none of them have been, you know, has materialized. We've not seen anything. Hunger is not getting, as in not being alleviated. Nigerians are suffering. They're suffering. Nigerians are sliding into more suffering every day. And he comes to media houses to tell us that, oh, the president is doing, anyway, he does his job. And he wants to be seen as somebody who knows how to do his job very well. So that's just what he's doing. But look at them, 1,400 persons. They had the largest delegation. Most of them will just be in the hotel room, sleeping, and they're going about their normal businesses at the expense of the Nigerian people, because it is our money that they'll be using to, you know, to take care of all these expenses. You taking 1,400 persons. Tell me, how many hotels are they going to be booking? When it comes to meal, how much are they going to spend in eating breakfast, afternoon meal, and their dinner, all that? How much are they going to, not to talk of all that expenses? that will equally come up. These people, they don't pity Nigerians. They don't. They don't pity this country. So there have been this outrage about the president presenting an empty box during his budget presentation at the National Assembly. Many people have condemned that because they just brought the box and presented it without detail on the budget. So some of the lawmakers who think they were trying to outsmart Nigerians have come out to like expose this happening. And the APC, as usual, they've come to like cover this kind of incidents, that it does not matter, that he has given them the detail of this budget in a flash drive. So they had it in a flash drive. They provided it just to one person without other people even knowing that there was anything. So they just presented an empty box. Usually you have to present the box and a detail of how you have planned this budget. But there wasn't anything planned. They just brought empty boxes. So some of the lawmakers that thought this wasn't wise, they are trying to outsmart Nigerians, had to like open up and say, what is this? This is an embarrassment for the president to come and present budget without any information about the budget. So tell me, how do you expect this government to even have time? They don't have time to plan this thing out because the president has been traveling from here to there, from there to here. He has been moving around, not having time to like mind the business of leadership. He said he's fit to take up this job. Now it has been given to him. It's now a business of traveling from one country to the other. Tomorrow they will tell us they are bringing in investors who will come and invest in an environment that has not been worked on. They have to work on, Nigeria. You talk about our economic environment and other aspects, security and all of that. We have so many things to do, and they are not paying attention to that. Tomorrow they will tell us they are trying to woo in investors to come and invest in Nigeria. Tinubu's budget without details spark fresh controversy. That is what we are saying. This box is just empty. Usually it is supposed to be accompanied with detail of what they've planned out to do in the budget for 2024, but they don't have any of those. So some lawmakers saw it as, this is not something we should keep hiding. We have to speak out. And that is why they came out and they were saying that, the president presented empty box to the National Assembly. So people do not even know what they plan to do for the Nigerian people and how they want to even manage the money. They only call how much they want for this budget without even giving us detail on how they want to use the money. Tinubu came empty to National Assembly, forced us to debate budget proposal we haven't seen. So this is coming from lawmakers. This is not a make-up story. So you can see that these people don't have clue, Nigeria. They don't have clue on how to rescue us from some of these problems Buhari brought on Nigerians. This current government now, they don't know what to do. And that is why we are having the challenges in Nigeria. Instead of them trying to, start reducing, they are rather, getting worse by the day. They don't have clue. So they came to present budget without any detail. They will tell you they will spend this amount for 2024 budget. They are just looking for where to go and borrow it. They've not even sat down to like say, okay, this is how we are going to plan this budget. Because the lawmakers are saying we don't even have anything to like debate on. They just want us to start talking out of the thin air. So that is Nigeria for you. He's going there with this is his son and this other lady, I've forgotten her name. She's part of the delegate going to Dubai, a very expensive environment to go and use the money that is meant for the Nigerian people. And unfortunately, getting there, possibly he was already getting tired and had to start dozing. People have equally come out to condemn this person, this white-skinned man. Some of them said he was linked to Abacha looting out of the country. And now he's kind of the president's confidant. You can imagine the kind of people that our president associates himself with. Can you imagine? Now he is one of the people, one of the team members that he took to this occasion. He's one of them. Even here, the figure here is 1,411 persons that he took along with him. So this man now, what is he going to be doing there? He's not even a Nigerian. Oh my God. So, Nigerians, anyway, we just hope for a better Nigeria, because what else? The judiciary has the final say. They said he is the one that won the election. Abuja does not make sense again, and all that. He's the one that won the election. We don't have any option as, law-abiding citizens. We don't have any option at this moment. And but we'll keep crying out, we'll keep shouting, we'll keep talking, like President Obasanjo has come out to say, the youths, they should feel free to disrupt the system. Feel free to stand as an opposition, no matter what they are saying. Criticize what they are doing. Don't let them to just be doing things without being opposed. They should be opposed. That's what democracy is all about. And you can see how this country is being ran. So this is the lawyer to Nnamdi Kanu. Although I'm not really talking about that, but what I'm trying to say is that he wrote a letter to the court in Nigeria, the Supreme Court in Nigeria, asking them not to receive bribe. You know that the case for Nnamdi Kanu will soon be coming up this December. But it means that people have now seen Nigeria as a very corrupt country, not just Nigeria, our judiciary. So you can imagine somebody in the US is writing, don't collect bribe from Tinubu's government ahead of Nnamdi Kanu's ruling. US lawyer Bruce Fein writes Supreme Court, don't collect bribe. Don't, because they know that our judges can be so loosed and so, easily influenced. He's telling them, don't collect bribe, because people have seen what happened during the election, the way the rulings are going, even up to today. They know that the judiciary, it's not itself again. Something has really gone wrong with our judicial system. And that is why he himself is like saying that, don't collect bribe, do the needful. So that is it. Oti, I didn't even know that, Oti's election was being contested in the courts. The PDP, the APC, they all went to court to see if they can remove Oti. But thank God that the appeal court, possibly because of the outcry, you know what it will mean in Nigeria if this man should be removed, because this is the only outstanding governor we have today. In the whole of Nigeria, Oti is the only outstanding governor. You need to see what Oti is doing in Abia State. He is the only person who has proven that leadership is not rocket science. You don't need to break your head for you to be able to give to the people what they need. And most times, you don't even need to crack your head. You see organizations that want to give you this money, provided they see you really using it for the good of the people. And you are able to pay back, because whatever investment you make tomorrow will start yielding, and you'll be able to pay off whatever debt you took. So OT is doing amazingly well. And still, these people, they've been, PDP has been in Abia State for a very long, for ages now. Go and see Abia before OT came into power. You will not be able. I have a relative who say if you dash him a piece of land in Aba, he will never take, because of the environment. When it floods, you can't, as in when it rains, you can't go out. Everywhere is looking so dirty, so rough. You begin to wonder, what are the kind of people living in such an environment? But since Oti came in, it has just been like every day is cleaning up the roads, the streets, putting street lights, ensuring that so many roads have been rebuilt. Honestly, this man, he deserves, just like the Chinese who say they've made their president to like become an everlasting president. These are the kind of people we want. And when we say people who are looking at Peter Obi as a role model, I think he's one of them. During his campaign, he said he's going to emulate Peter Obi's method of, his way of leadership, the way he handled Anambra State, because that was what gave Mr. Peter Obi the support he got during the election. People looked at his track record and said, wow, this person, other governors were there. Some of them got more money than he did, but he was able to achieve more than most of them, and he won so many awards. For those that would say, okay, what did he do? What did he do? So many organizations, even within Nigeria, the state was known as one of the peaceful states. He was one of the people that built the best roads and more number of roads in Nigeria then as a governor. And today, OT is really doing, I think, far better than what Peter Obi did, because just 6 months in office, go and see the amazing work of OT. You will know that these people can really do well if really they have empathy for the people. They can give us more than what we are seeing. We've not even seen anything. Tell me, what's the dividend we are getting in Nigeria? You don't have good roads. You don't have water. Look at our school system. You know, for you to write WAEC, you must go for extramural classes for but there are schools that take it upon them to prepare their students. You can only see that even among the private schools, they still collect money. What if we can upgrade our school system so that they can be able to prepare children to write WAEC without you spending extra money for extramural classes, and then you still spend money to go and look for one special center to write WAEC and all that. So OT is really doing well, and we look forward to getting more governors like him. So guys, this man, Mr. Rabiu, that's the chairman of BOA. We know this BOA group. I think he's from Kano. He's just like the person of Dangote. They are like the two, one of the two top millionaires that we have in Nigeria and Africa. So this government of Tinubu wants to make him, they want to give him a post among the APC. In the APC, sorry. And he said, no, he doesn't want. He rejected their offer. Can you see? They want to dent his image. Tomorrow now, people will say, oh, this man, the way the Nigerian youths are exposing all the rots in the polity these days. He doesn't want to get himself stained. He outrightly rejected Tinubu's offer. You can imagine. They want to hook in everybody into the APC. They want everybody to become a part and parcel of the APC. Look at it. BOA boss Rabidu declines Tinubu appointment as APC member, Finance Committee. Nigerians, when we tell you people that these people, their plan is to have a one-party system in Nigeria. If they are able to get all the politicians, all the governor, then all the money back people, as in the people, let me say like Dangote them now. For Dangote to be able to operate even this is refinery and do it well, he must come and a kind of align with the president. That's what they are trying to do. So this BOA now, maybe this one that he's rejecting this appointment, they want to start penalizing him directly or indirectly. They want to gather all these people and bring them to the APC, so that the APC will have financial upper hand, above others. That's just their plan. But when you have disciplined people, they don't care. The man has told them that, no, I don't want. So you can see, even this is from Ruben Abati. He's the one that tweeted this and saying, BOA boss Rabiu declines Tinubu's appointment as member of APC. So he wants to force the man into politics. He's not a politician, but he has appointed him as a member of APC Finance Committee, and the man rejected it, that he doesn't want. So this is what we are talking about. We need people like this to don't allow your white garment to be dented. Let it not be stained by these politicians who do not even care about their records. All they want is to get there, snatch the balls, carry it, run with it at all costs. And when you get there, INEC will declare you, the judiciary will defend you. That is it. So I'm happy that we still have people like this who can, take their stance and they are not pushed here and there. So this is what we have today on your mandate. They shall stand, not we. It's not everybody that is standing on this mandate. That is Tinubu and Akpabio. They are singing on the mandate of death, on the man death. That is the mandate, which is death. That is where they are standing. So yesterday, for some time now, we'll be talking about the death of this country. is really huge, and not just that the government is borrowing from outside the country, they are equally borrowing from within. Buhari left a heap of it, and that is where they are standing. Today, the president is equally borrowing from anywhere possible. He's just like, give me the money, give me the money. Give me the money, we will pay. Even if Nigeria is going bankrupt, they will keep saying they will pay. And tomorrow now, you will not see where and where they channeled the money to. People have really called them to ensure what happened during Buhari's time does not repeat. But I'm just wondering, who is going to come out this time and appear, who is going to beat Buhari when it comes to you presenting yourself as an anti-corruption campaigner? Buhari is that one man that many Nigerians so much believed that once he gets into office, that there won't be any corruption again in Nigeria. He is that one man that so many Nigerians believed that once he comes in, all the corruption seen during the time of Jonathan, people working under Jonathan, will come to an end. But what happened? Buhari left office as his government was named as the most corrupt government Nigeria has ever seen. Now, this government has come in again. They said they are going to start where Buhari stopped. And that is what we are already seeing. So, guys, in addition to all this, there's been this outcry on what is happening in Abuja. The residents in Abuja, they don't sleep because of all this kidnapping. So I'm going to be sharing this video with you guys, because they brought this to the Senate floor, and they were like trying to debate how they are going to go about it. Abuja is not safe. And Wike, who is there now, he's just after demolition, trying to see whose property is going to be seized, increasing the amount for one to secure a C of O and all that. So many people have come out to condemn some of the things going on in the FCT, and we saw him presenting his budget yesterday, during which he said he's going to use 15 billion to build a residential apartment for the vice president. Many people have condemned that money alone is going to help us to set up a very good health center, even if it's not very big. Go to a state or in Abuja, they set something up. In Abuja, there are good hospitals, but most of them are private. Most of them are private. So the government is not even helping Nigeria to address some of these things. And you see Wike using 15 billion to build a residence for the vice president. They don't know what to do with money. That's just how I look at it. These people, they don't have anything they have, as in they plan to do for Nigerians. Because if they do, President Tinubu will not be taking 1,400 plus persons to the UAE for a meeting. You pack all these people, you are going to be responsible for their expenses, and the Nigerian people will be the people to pay. That person who has a small business that can't even afford to buy diesel to fuel his or her generator is the one paying tax, and from those taxes that Nigerians are paying, they are living this bloated kind of life. You can see it happening before you. This one is no more story. That 1,400 plus persons were taken to the UAE for this meeting, just for climate meeting. This is a climate change, he once said, is of no importance to Nigeria. Now he sees it as an opportunity to, take a lot of people with him to the UAE. So we just hope that these people will start having a rethink and know that Nigerians are suffering. When they gather all this money, they don't even have that empathy. If they have that empathy, look at the houses they are demolishing in Lagos. They wouldn't have done it because, like Peter Obi said, the timing is wrong. You going to demolition now that fuel prices is up, fuel prices are up like diesel and the rest of them, and then food prices are there spiking every day. People can't eat, businesses are not flowing as they suppose, and then you are still going to demolish people's houses. Many of them, their houses have been marked for demolition, and most of them will just get like 1 hour notice for them to pack their things. Where is that done in Nigeria? That's how you get to know that your leaders, they are not sensitive. They don't have empathy for the people they are leading. So let's just take a look at this video and we wrap up for today.
Assistance and support. And Mr. President, there is no other place to ginger the security agents than the National Assembly. we are the House of Assembly of the FCT. Whatever is happening in FCT has to be discussed here in the Senate or in the House of Representatives. So we should take this issue very seriously. Mr. President, I observe or I noticed that in the prayer, he mentioned that CCTV cameras should be installed in all parts of Abuja. Mr. President, distinguished colleague, as far back as 2009, when I was Minister of SCT, the contract for the installation of CCTV camera was awarded to the tune of $100. Mr. President,
sorry, this video is not playing well, but let me just repeat what he just said. He said, as far back as 2009, when he was the minister for the FCT, this man has once served as minister of the FCT, and he's still on the Senate floor as far back as 2009. Mr. Ndume, who I think we saw one of the images where he appeared here. He has been in the National Assembly since, I think, 2003. Nigerians, today he's still a sitting senator. Just try to calculate 2003. We are today, this year is 2023. You can imagine he's been there for 20 years. He's been there for 20 good years. This man was the FCT's minister in the year 2009, and this is how they try to recycle themselves. You move from governor, you go to this other position. Like Wike now, he was the local government chair. I think he had 2 different positions before he became the governor. From governor now, he's the minister of FCT. And from there now, he's already thinking of going for presidency, because he has come out to say he's not going to run against Buhari in 2027. Maybe after 2027, he will want to run for presidency. Nigerians, who did this to us? Why do we have this kind of system that these politicians, some of them have been here even before, many of us were born? And they are still there, and this country is not changing, it's not getting better. Okay, he was referencing to this CCTV. There was a contract when he was the minister. There was a contract of 500 million. This contract was awarded, but the contractor didn't execute it. So that's what he was making reference to. He was saying that they need to trace that contract to know where that money was channeled. Because should Abuja City had this CCTV, they won't be having this level of banditry and kidnapping and all that is going on. So he was just trying to suggest that they should go back and investigate what happened to that 500 million naira. Nigerians, 2009, 500 million. I don't even know how to equate it with today's currency, as in trying to equate it with the naira of today. You can see that if it were to be today, that money is huge. And the contractor didn't do it. They pocketed the money. Today, Abuja, which is a representation of Nigeria, because it is the state capital. So you cannot say that place shouldn't be secured. Now it is not secured. Bandits are coming in. They said there is a community. During the day, they will come in to do one thing or the other. In the night, they will all disappear because the bandits must visit them. That's what the first person that spoke said. So it is really frightening looking at how things are going on in Nigeria, and then our president is busy going from this country to this country, going possibly after this climate change conference. He will not even be coming back immediately to Nigeria. We will be told that he's having discussion, trying to woo investors. You are wooing investors into a country that is not secured, into a country that has no plan, no budget on how to revive the economy. They are not talking about empowering small businesses that will end up employing people. And then you see the economy being boosted. They are not talking about all these things. We only talk about let's borrow, assuming that there's no way to borrow again. Does it mean leadership will not, governance will not continue in Nigeria? So these are leaders, they can't even think outside the box. And this is one of the challenges that we have as a country. So guys, this is it for tonight. I felt I should share these trending topics with you guys so that you know what is happening in our country, how the president has left Nigeria with 1,400 persons as delegates to this conference in the UAE. And apart from that, he was seen sleeping on duty, sleeping in the presence of other world leaders. You know, what a shame that we should be represented that way. A whole Nigeria should be represented like that. You went for a meeting, you took delegates with yourself, and you only got there, you were caught sleeping. That is not really the kind of thing we want to see. Peter Obi was saying that Nigeria needs somebody who will be able to influence and that has connection with other world leaders. You'll be able to talk to them and they will see that seriousness in you and they want to come to Nigeria to invest, you know. But there is this picture that was shared on Twitter today where they were showcasing the president that each conference he attends, he's being isolated. It appears as if other world leaders don't want to mingle with him. Or I don't know if it's he himself that is feeling inferior. You know, he doesn't really have that boldness to mingle with others. So this is it. That's why we need people with clean record. Because some people will say, oh, they said he was once involved in this bad business. He even forfeited some money. Someone will say, oh, they said he forged certificate and, you know, and all that. We need people who have clean record, who will be able to walk up to the president of the United States and say, oh, we need this and that. And you talk to them, you know, look into their eyes and talk to them without any fear or favor. So this is what it means to become a leader. And that is what Mr. Peter Obi keeps talking about, the kind of people we need in this places of, sensitive leadership positions. That is it. But for Nigerian politicians, they just want to get there at all costs with the help of INEC and the judiciary. They don't allow the people to make their choice again when it comes to election. But like I've always said, we shouldn't get discouraged. We hope that one day they will get to understand that the power belongs to the people. We can make that change if we don't give up. So for those who are saying we shouldn't be voting, in short, there is no need voting in Nigeria. If you don't vote, it is to the advantage of the political class. Because when you don't vote, they will just call their agents, they will thumbprint, and INEC will count it for them. So we must ensure we participate in any election. Let's participate, no matter, even if it's just a ward election, the councillorship election, or local government chairman, governorship, not to talk of the presidential elections. Let's participate in all. Gradually, we'll get there. Peter Obi said it's not going to be it's not going to be an instant change. You know, it's not a magic something. It's something that is going to be gradually. For us to change the situation in Nigeria, it will take time. So the little impact we made last election, you can imagine the forthcoming election, they are already having fear. Fear is already gripping them. That's why they are trying to get all these people, let them get Dangote, get people like this Boa group, you know, and then they will go to states, take over some of all these states. They've already sent some APC members to become rec in some of the states. They will become card-carrying members of the APC, being appointed as rec in some states. Nigerians, this one is state capture. All these things, they are just planning ahead of 2027 because they know there is danger. The Nigerian youths are out for that change. And let's not throw in the towel. Let's keep staying strong and hope for a new Nigeria. With the impact we made last election, we just need a little more, you know, to add to that level of impact that we made. And you see us conquering these politicians. I mean, this political class who don't want Nigeria to breathe some fresh air, because we still believe that a new Nigeria is possible. So guys, thank you so much for being a part of my live show. And I want to ask you for your support. Like this video for me so that way YouTube can push it for more people to see. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell so that each time I have a live show, you get notified, or any of our updates, you'll be notified. And like I've told you people, Dr. Tell is very, very engaged, you know, this December period. He has so much in his hand. So he's like, before he finishes every day, it's already late for him to join this show. That is why he's not here. But I promise you guys, in no distant time, he will be back again, just to like give you people his own side of each of these headlines. I know you guys will love to see him come back. So I want to appreciate you all. Thank you so much for your immense support. Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. God bless you and good night.